Hello Scorpio, welcome. It's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. I hope you're all well wherever you are. But this is your Fairy Oracle reading for January 2022 or thereabouts. It could resonate a little bit beyond that time. It's a general reading, Scorpio, so please take what resonates with you, but anything that doesn't, leave it behind. It'll be for somebody else at this time. Alright, so let's see. Alright, we'll start with the Animal Spirit Oracle cards to get some overall energies for your reading. So what do we have for Scorpio? What's important for Scorpio to know, be aware of, consider at this time? What do we have for Scorpio? January 2022. What do we have for Scorpio? Alright, we have Wasp Spirit, and this is saying that sometimes life stings, Scorpio. Alright, and yes, that's true for everybody, isn't it? So, well, let's see what this is talking about. Sometimes life stings. And then we have White Raven Spirit, but trust in the magic. So sometimes life stings, sometimes things happen because there's an underlying reason that we don't always appreciate at the time, but looking back, in the future, looking back, we can see why something happened as it did, and the lessons that perhaps were learned. But trust in the magic of life, the magic of the universal energies. Okay. So going on to the Fairy Oracle cards by Brian Froud. What's important for Scorpio to be aware of, to know at this time? What does Scorpio need to consider at this time? Alright, we have the heart of your reading, Scorpio, the challenges to you at this time, what's in your power ×2, and then a possible outcome according to free will, of course, and then something else that your guides would like to say to you. And at the bottom of the deck we have Neris the Alchemist. This is talking about some form of significant internal change that's happening. It's alchemy. There's a chemical change happening within you in a very positive, very empowering way, Scorpio. So turning your back on what's gone, what's no longer relevant, what doesn't need your time and attention now. But, you know, focusing on the way you're going, but differently, feeling different within yourself now going forward. Rising up anew, I feel. So I'll just put Neris to one side. And could we have some clarifying cards for all the cards on the table, please? Could you clarify all the cards on the table, please? Okay, at the bottom of the deck we have Indy, and Indy is a very wishy-washy energy. Indy can't make her mind up. It's difficult. Just when Indy feels that she's made her mind up and decided on something, then she starts to think about something else that's loitering in the background that she needs to consider. So it doesn't actually then go forward. So it's a little bit of a confusion here. Difficult to make your mind up about something for some of you. And I feel that's linked in with these changes that are happening within you for going forward, and it's causing a little bit of confusion and indecisiveness, which is you know, understandable, isn't it? All right, so at the heart of your reading All right, we've got unity and we've got Mikla. Mikla has come out quite a few times in a lot of the readings I've been doing recently. Unity, now this is joining forces with others to make a united front, to be stronger, to become stronger. There's definitely strength in numbers. I think that's an old saying, isn't it? But you see, unity has the reindeer antlers here, and that represents strength, fortitude, and being brave. So this has come out right at the heart of your reading, Scorpio. So something about becoming strong by uniting with others, to be cohesive. It can also be about, you know, becoming strong within yourself also. So take it how it resonates with you. But then we've got Mikla as a clarifier, and this is taking each day at a time, not dwelling on the past, not being concerned about the future and what's coming in, but at this time just taking, you know, like a young child would. They're not concerned about the past or the future. They just enjoy the moment. And that's what's happening here. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy this moment. Don't think too deeply about things. As you join forces and become stronger and united, and within yourself, and perhaps, you know, as part of a group, perhaps for some of you, getting support from others, you know, and not thinking too deeply about it. Just take it as it comes in. And the challenge for you is Shield the Croash and Leighton the Sylph. So the challenge for you at this time, the Shield the Croash is very much a feminine energy. It's not gender specific, but it's the feminine energy of nurturing, caring, healing, compassion, empathy, putting others before yourself sometimes, as we do as mothers, as parents, carers. But for some reason this is a challenge for you, and I feel it's because things are happening quickly. So I feel whatever this change is, I feel there's, with Neris the Alchemist, and then becoming stronger, uniting with others, it's coming in very quickly. And it's probably throwing you off balance a little bit. It's making you, like Indy, a bit undecided, which, you know, what to do, how to go forward, what to make of things. But there's definitely something about the feminine principle here that is linked in with this change and things happening quickly. All right. So it'll be something a little bit different for all of you, Scorpio. So take it how it resonates with you. It could be, for some of you, it could be something about internal changes happening that are happening quickly. Okay. So sometimes life stings, but trust in the magic of life, the magic of progress and development. And yes, sometimes life stings, but we can learn something from that. And going forward a lot wiser with more knowledge. So what's in your power at this time, Scorpio? Well, we have the Singer of Initiation, yes, which is just what we were talking about, and Eponia's Wild Daughter. Singer of Initiation, this is learning from our tumbles, learning from mistakes, learning from when things don't work out. What do we learn from that? And then we go forward stronger and wiser until the next trip up or something happens that we have to take stock, you know, learn from it and then move on again. And it's part of life's initiation process. Now, a clarification for this is Eponia's Wild Daughter. And you can see she's looking across at an initiation stage here that's been happening. And Eponia's Wild Daughter comes forward to say there's something that you need to face, need to look at and deal with, because it's been holding you back. It's been holding you back. It's presented an obstacle for you for going forward. So it's part of this life stage that just needs to be dealt with to a greater or lesser degree. It'll be something different for all of you, Scorpio. But it's within your power now to look at this and to deal with this. So what else is in your power? Well, we have the Glaciona and we have Iris of the Rainbows. Now, the Glaciona, this is when something that glitters isn't always gold. So it's within your power now to scratch the surface of something that's presenting itself or themselves in a very favourable light. Something that looks the real deal, but actually if you scratch the surface or if you take a layer away, you'll see something not so good underneath, right? And it's to do with some form of blessing coming in. As this change is taking place, Iris of the Rainbow is turning from the past, now looking at the blessings coming in for her. But actually, there's something that looks like a blessing that's not real, it's not authentic, and it needs a second look. It needs scratching. It needs to reveal. You need to reveal. Look at the small print perhaps. Take your time to check out what's being presented to you, whether it's a person or a thing or an opportunity, whatever it is. But see, within your power, you are able to do that. You're quite able to do that, Scorpio. So a possible outcome here is the Topsy-Turvies and Spirit Dancer. The Topsy-Turvies, this is about perspective, how you view things, how other people view situations. So how you view something, Scorpio, is because of who you are. The Spirit Dancer, this is being authentic to yourself, dancing your dance, being yourself. So as you are being yourself and dancing your dance, you will have a particular perspective on something. And it's trusting in your instinct, in your intuition that comes from your roots, from who you are. But always remembering that others will have a different view, have a different perspective. And it's just being aware of that, Scorpio. I'll go through the cards again in a little minute just to bring it all together. But what is it your guides would like to say to you? All right, Scorpio. Well, we have the Dark Lady and we have Lady of the Harvest. And the Dark Lady comes forward to take your hand and take you through something, a bit of a shadow side, something that's deep in the shadows that needs looking at though. And I think we've seen that, haven't we, with Epona's Wild Daughter? Something that needs to be looked at now and dealt with. But the Dark Lady comes forward and says, you know, she'll take your hand and take you through this and offer you support to look at this situation. And it's to do with some form of a loss, Scorpio. The Lady of the Harvest, this is about sadness, loss, disappointment perhaps, grieving about something that's gone. So that is what Epona's Wild Daughter is having to look at now. So this is something you're having to look at, but the universe has come forward, the Dark Lady, to say she'll take your hand and help to guide you through. You're not going to be on your own going through this process. The universal energies are here to help and support you. All right, so going through quickly, there's some form of a unity now, getting strong by pooling resources or allowing others to support you and helping to make the situation stronger. And just taking each day at a time, not dwelling too deeply on the past or where you're going, but, you know, taking each day at a time now, trying not to worry too much. because the challenge is that there's some great change happening within you, I feel, and it's happening quickly, and it's causing some form of confusion and indecision within you. But what is within your power now is this is a life initiation, this is part of life, but there's something in particular that you just need to look at and deal with now and face now. And also there's some blessings coming in, but there's something that's not authentic, something you need to dig deep with and look beyond the surface of what's being presented. Either a thing, an object, an organisation or a person. Whatever it is, it's not the real deal, so it needs a second look. And then the outcome, you know, it's about perspective, having a different perspective on others. You, for your authentic self, will have a certain perspective on something, but to be aware that others will have a different viewpoint. And I think that's what the message is they want to say. But your viewpoint is valid, nevertheless. And yes, the Dark Lady is here to hold your hand and guide you through this grieving process that just needs looking at. Okay. All right, Scorpio, so could we have 2 final messages for Scorpio, please, to conclude this reading for Scorpio? 2 final messages. All right, Scorpio, right, we have taking shelter, so the answers are within. I mean, sometimes this message is about taking shelter within a home situation, and it could be as simple as that. For others of you, it's shining your light internally within yourself and tapping into your intuition to get the answers, you know, tapping into your wisdom, to your knowledge. The answers are within, so shine your light. Shine your light on any dark areas to get inspiration, to get better insight in this situation, because it's going to feel like you're ascending the mountain, you're climbing a mountain, but keep going forward. You know, there's going to be twists and turns, uphill, down dale, but you're going to get there. But it's going to feel like you're climbing mountains all the time, at times, not always. But what the energies want to say to you is keep going, you know, don't stop, don't let anything hold you back, keep going. And I feel, you know, with unity, that's what unity has come towards to say. With, you know, with support, just keep going, you know, you're strong. You're going to be strong, you're going to be ahead, you're going to be able to head something off at the pass here. Stay strong and stay focused. Don't become too preoccupied with what's gone and what's coming. Step at a time. All right, Scorpio, this reading won't be for everybody, but it will be for some of you. Whoever it's for, I hope you've enjoyed the reading and it's given you some support and clarity on your situation. But good luck going forward, and until next time, bye-bye for now.